The school ground was silent, except for the sound of disappointed footsteps. Aryan sat alone on the bench, his sports jersey still soaked with sweat and regret. The final match had ended badly. Not only had his team lost the championship, but everyone blamed him. The goal he missed echoed louder than the cheers that had once surrounded him. His shoulders slumped, head low, he felt smaller than ever. At home, he collapsed onto his bed, burying his face in the pillow. The weight of failure felt heavier than his own body. His mother entered quietly, her heart aching at the sight of her son breaking. She sat beside him and gently ran her hand through his hair. "Why did I even try?" Aryan whispered through his tears. "I didn't know what to do out there. I let everyone down." His mother didn't rush to answer. She waited, then said softly, "Do you know about Abhimanyu, the warrior prince from the Mahabharata?" Aryan shook his head. She smiled gently. "Then let me tell you the story of a boy your age who walked into fear itself, not with certainty, but with courage." The scene shifts to a vast battlefield, Kurukshetra. Dust and smoke swirl through the air. Soldiers stand in formation. In the distance looms the deadly war pattern known as the Chakravyuh, a rotating, spiral trap designed to confuse and crush enemies. None of the Pandav warriors dared enter. The formation was too complex, too dangerous. No one knew how to break it, except one boy, Abhimanyu. Barely 16, Abhimanyu stepped forward with a calm, steady gaze. "If no one else will go in, I will," he said. The elders hesitated, but his eyes burned with purpose. He had learned how to enter the Chakravyuh while still in his mother's womb, but he did not know how to come out. And yet, he stepped in. His father, Arjun, the greatest archer of all time, was fighting elsewhere, drawn away by design. So he couldn't stop the Chakravyuh. He wasn't absent by choice, he was trapped by fate. From afar, Krishna watched, the all-knowing, silent force behind the war. His eyes were full of both pride and sorrow. He knew what was about to unfold. He knew Abhimanyu's path would be short, but eternal. He did not stop him. Some moments in history are written not to be changed, but remembered. Abhimanyu charged into the Chakravyuh with the force of a lion. Warriors 10 times his age fell before him. He spun like a storm, fearless, fierce. He fought not because he was sure of victory, but because someone had to. Courage wasn't in knowing the full plan. It was in trusting his heart when the way was unclear. And when the formation closed around him, he stood alone, facing the greatest warriors of the Kaurava army. Karn, Ashwathama, Duryodhan, 6 against 1. Yet Abhimanyu fought like a blazing comet. One by one, his weapons shattered. His bow was broken, his sword knocked away. His chariot was smashed. And when even his last weapon fell, he tore the wheel off his broken chariot and held it above his head like a shield and weapon both. With nothing left but raw will, he fought them all, spinning the wheel like a warrior born of fire. His body bled, but his spirit, unshaken, surrounded, outnumbered, and slowly worn down, Abhimanyu kept fighting. With every breath, he became a symbol of bravery, of youthful fire, of sacrifice. Even his enemies lowered their weapons in awe after his fall. The battlefield was silent. Krishna, standing afar, closed his eyes. A warrior had fallen, but a legend had risen. Back in the present, Aryan looked up at his mother, eyes wide and wet. "But he died, right?" he asked. His mother nodded. "Yes, but he didn't back down, even when he knew the odds. He stood up because it was the right thing to do." Aryan sat in silence for a long moment. Then he stood up, slowly. "Maybe I don't need to be perfect," he whispered. "Just brave enough to keep going." His mother smiled. That's how heroes are born. Days later, Aryan walked back onto the field. The weight of failure still lingered, but he carried something stronger now. The spirit of Abhimanyu. He wasn't the best player on the field, but he was the bravest. And sometimes, that's what turns the tide. Because true courage isn't the absence of fear, it's choosing to step in, even when fear surrounds you like a spiral. Just like Abhimanyu. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the strength to move forward despite it.